what was kind of frustrating was that many of my tests were coming back normal.
This is not a cardiac problem, Joel.
That's right.
We actually have a really interesting case study and somebody that we're going to bring on here and introduce that has been dealing with long haul and pot symptoms for the last 4 years. Please have us welcome at this time Mr. Joel Fram. He is the musical director, conductor of the hit Broadway musical Merrily We Roll Along. And we are actually playing some video now showcasing what is this, Joel? You during a rehearsal?
Yes, this is me conducting rather violently, actually, it looks like. The
If anybody who's been following me forever knows that I am a huge fan of number one, music, but number two, musical theater. And so I am telling you guys that this version, this latest rendition of Merrily We Roll Along is the best. It's the best. And there is every reason why it is nominated for how many Tonys?
7.
7!
Congratulations on that. That is huge.
But but here's the thing. You have been in the past couple of years you should be at the peak of your career. I mean, this is creative, fun, genius, deliciousness, all the people around you and everything. But yet you have had this silent struggle for 4 years.
Yes, it's true.
Joel, I want to hear about, what has it been that you've been dealing with the last 4 years?
I had COVID the day before the shutdown, so I was one of the very, very early people to get it.
Hi, I'm Maggie Yu, MD, and I'm a functional and holistic medicine physician and the creator of the Transform and Transform protocol. If you're interested in learning what are the root causes of all chronic disease, go ahead and click the link in the description where I have a power-packed 30-minute training that goes over what are the 5 pillars of Transform. Go ahead, click the link, and I'll see you in that training.
It took me about 3 weeks to recover, and I almost felt normal. So I started trying to rebuild my body a bit with yoga, with cardiovascular exercises, and I made it through about 3 weeks. And then one day it was like someone just flipped a switch. My body just said no. And I was hit by like really, really crushing fatigue. And I could not understand what was happening. I lost strength in my left arm. Suddenly, I had trouble picking up a glass. My resting heart rate was somewhere in like 111, and that was at rest when normally it had been about 60. So I had a suspicion something was wrong. And of course, I have been in the clinic now for, 3.5 years. I have had what we like to call the golden workup, by which I think that's a polite way of saying the $1 billion workup.
$1 million workup.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I have signed up for every research project I can. I have had MRIs, PET MRIs, 3T MRIs. I've had, cognitive tests. I've had physical tests. I've had orthostatic table tests where they tilt you up and down. I just want to say first that from the cardiology side, what was kind of frustrating was that many of my tests were coming back normal, right?
Normal. This is not a cardiac problem, Joel.
That's right. And then I had, is it an EMG, I believe, where they test the nerves in your arm? And the EMG absolutely came back normal.
Because it's actually not a nerve problem in the peripheral nerves, actually.
The cardiologist put me on propranolol, and I will say, and I see several people saying it on your chat, which is that I didn't know the side effects of propranolol, and my fatigue from on a scale of 1 to 10 went to about 13 or 14. The fatigue was so much worse. And actually, again, just in the sheer luck of things, my sister asked what I was taking. I told her. She, of course, is a cardiologist and said propranolol can cause terrible fatigue. If you get off of it, it's not going to cure your fatigue, but at least you'll go back into the window that you've been suffering as opposed to outside of the box.
But then you're still left with no help. You're you what do you do then? And Dr. Maggie, I'm watching some of these comments come in.
And Bex here, someone we worked with, got mast cell as a result of post COVID. And mast cell and histamine is severe allergic reactions. Literally, it could be environmental, food, or no reason, right? And for Bex, she was able to stop needing her EpiPen. Heart rate is regular again. So this is a solvable problem. I think the point here is between Peggy, Bex, and what I want to say is to about this is, yes, this is a big problem, but we're sending people to everywhere to try to get a diagnosis to get the golden or $1 million workup. And even when they get a diagnosis or they don't, they're being sent to doctors who really have very limited tools to deal with this. Again, these are the problems that are solvable. This is my thing, why I wanted to bring Joel on. 4 years he's dealt with this, and this is typical. Most of the people that we know dealing with long haul have had it more than a year. More than a year. And think about the kind of impact that has had. And he didn't even think he could go back to direct for company, right? I mean, this is a serious emotional, financial, physical toll that this has had, right? And this is a solvable problem. And one of the things, Joel, you had said was people just weren't putting it together. I went to all these different specialists, but they weren't talking to each other.
Yes. Yes.
Big, big problem. Hey, if you really enjoyed what you're watching and you want to learn more about this topic, make sure you check out, if you're on YouTube, some of the suggestions for what to watch next right here. And if you're watching on any other format, feel free to comment in the comment section. Our team and I will get those resources to you. And if you haven't clicked subscribe yet on YouTube, make sure to click subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified every time we are live. Thanks, everyone.